The two leaders will speak by phone on Thursday. They will discuss forthcoming security talks between the countries and the situation in Europe, a White House official said. Russia, which has built up forces on the border with Ukraine, denies planning to invade the country. It says its troops are there for exercises, and that Russia is entitled to move its troops freely on its own soil. The U.S. consulted European leaders ahead of the call to coordinate a common response to the issue, a White House statement said. Ukrainian security officials say more than 100,000 Russian troops have been sent close to their shared border, and the U.S. has threatened Mr. Putin with sanctions like none he's ever seen if Ukraine comes under attack. Mr. Biden will offer his Russian counterpart a diplomatic path but remains gravely concerned by the Russian troop buildup on the border, a U.S. official told AFP news agency. Mr. Biden is expected to tell Mr. Putin that the U.S. is prepared to respond if Russia advances with a further invasion of Ukraine. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken spoke to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on Wednesday. State Department spokesman Ned Price said Mr. Blinken had reiterated the United States' unwavering support for Ukraine's independence, sovereignty, and territorial integrity in the face of Russia's military buildup on Ukraine's borders. Earlier this month, the two presidents held a virtual summit in which Mr. Biden reiterated his support for Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity. While Ukraine is not a NATO member, it has close ties with the bloc. Russia has said it wants legally binding guarantees that NATO will not move eastwards and that weapons will not be sent to Ukraine or any neighboring countries. NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg has been adamant that Ukraine's membership of the alliance is a matter for NATO and Kiev. Any dialogue with Russia has of course to respect the core principles which European security has been based on, he previously said. Lithuanian President Gitanas Nausėda has described the current situation as probably the most dangerous it's been in 30 years. Russian officials are due to meet U.S. counterparts in Geneva on 10th of January. Asked earlier this week if he would meet Mr. Putin on that date, Mr. Biden replied we'll see, but he is not expected to attend the talks in Geneva.